Hello, my name is Jed Wilshire. I'm the computer science teacher at Rockford Fulton High School. And I want to thank you for allowing me just a few minutes to talk about computer science. Computer science is a course that is available to high school and includes an AP computer science course your third year for college credit. I highly recommend that everyone, whether you're interested in computers or computer science at all, plan to take at least 1 year of a computer programming course while in high school. I think it is absolutely essential no matter what career plans you have. However, if you are so interested, I would love for you to take all 4 years of computer science. It comes with a tech endorsement and can also count as 2 years of your foreign language credit. Some of my students use their foreign language credit for computer science. Others take computer science and another foreign language such as Spanish as well. I wanted to take a few minutes to show you some of the things that we do, starting with our first year in computer science. My first year computer science students learn how to program in a language called Python. And we like to learn by making games together and then having you expand on them. A couple of projects you'll have to make completely from the beginning, but most of the time we work together. Sometimes it doesn't go as easily as we hope, and it ends up being a lot of laughs. But when it does go well, we get to play each other's games, share ideas, and have a lot of fun. Computer science is a lot more than programming games, and maybe that doesn't sound that fun to you. But I like to use games because they're challenging to do. They give you immediate feedback on how they work, and they're a great way to learn your fundamentals. But as we progress through the curriculum, you'll see that we like to use computer science in the realm of art and in biology and in mathematics as well. So we do a lot with it. There's really not a single field of study right now that's not being enhanced by computer algorithms. So let's take a few seconds just to look at some of them. One of the first games that you would make is something called Alien Click. The Alien Click game is pretty simple. You see there's an alien flying across my screen, and if I click on him, then he makes a sound and like an oof, and he gets hurt for a second. This is pretty basic, but you can start with this basic concept and make a pretty fun game, and the games that get turned in are pretty exciting. From there, we build to start actually making our games where we can control them and start doing real things. And we made one of my favorite projects was this maze runner. Now mine's pretty boring here. As you can see, I've only got 2 bad guys to avoid. But from here, you can build up and make intricate mazes that you have to navigate through, and it ends up being a lot of fun. From there, we'll end up with, we start making the classic Pong game. No computer science game is complete without that. But with this project, we actually get to explore some artificial intelligence. I'm controlling the paddle on the right, but the paddle on the left is by a computer. We can make the computer so good that we can't possibly beat it, or we can actually make it to where he's quite beatable. I call this Rainbow Pong for obvious reasons. This is always a fun project that I look forward to. Making a project that involves moving in all sorts of different directions and speed and things like this with the asteroid game, this involves a concept such as vectors. We don't harp too much on it in Computer Science 1, but it's a nice introduction, especially if you're interested in taking the advanced physics courses at this high school, because vectors are so important. As we progress through the curriculum, you'll learn how computers work. You'll learn about binary numbers and how ones and zeros represent states of on and off, and how everything gets controlled from that. We don't just learn how to code, we learn how computers really work. You'll be able to better understand things like the internet and how we communicate over the internet. As we advance into other computer science courses, we'll begin to look at, in our Computer Science 2 class, we begin to look at applications that go well beyond just games. And we start to solve real problems. One of my favorite projects is the Game of Life, which is a simulator of biology. You'll see that this is a random setup, and each blue dot represents an organism, maybe a bacteria. And then based on the rules that we give it for survival, we run through iterations of the Game of Life. And this is a simulation. I'm not actually controlling this, but each one is unique based on the way it's set up. And the Game of Life can be used by people interested in biology, people interested in wildlife preservation, and all sorts of things like that. And we can add additional different constraints to make this even more interesting. We also like to look at image programs. I highly recommend that you try and work in your schedule the opportunity to take one of our digital art programs at Rockport Fulton High School. But in computer science, we don't use those programs as much as we make them. We study the algorithms behind them. This is a picture of a fox, but we can see how we can manipulate the image by calling these different methods that we've written that do different things. For example, the remove green. And one of the things that's really important is the Gaussian blur and the unsharp masking. Because what they do in Laplace edge detection is they allow us to program the way to detect different objects. And that is becoming a big part of artificial intelligence. But of course, in computer science too, it's not just about the science. It's not just about those kind of aspects. We still like to have fun with games. This is a simple game, a snake game where you get larger and larger, but it turns out that it works, it's best implemented with the kind of techniques that you learn in computer science too. From there, we begin to program more advanced structures and programs as we prepare for the AP exam and study algorithms and how they can solve problems and which algorithms are best. We end with Computer Science 4 if you take it 4 years, and in that course we actually delve into the second level university course. We study it at a kind of our own pace and take a leisurely approach to learning important data structure algorithms that have been discovered throughout history. I'd urge any of you that are on the fence about this to give it a try. It's an honors level credit, and it is really important, and it will help you get into different colleges and have a good looking resume. If you think computer science is not for you because it's only just for certain types of people, I urge you to look into the history of computer science, particularly the rich history of women computer scientists. Grace Hopper, Ada Lovelace, for two are two of the most important figures in computer science. Both women, both revolutionized it. Ada Lovelace is considered the mother, the mother computer science, the first computer programmer, and she died in 1852. That's how long back that goes. So, if you have any questions, I'm down in the tech wing. Come see me, and we'll check it out together. But I hope you consider it.